Next item up under communication, number 4C, Energy Star site recognition. Calling Miss Pat Hall, who happens to be a member of the Campbellsville Independent School District, and also representing tonight, you were to the second half tonight with KSBA for the presentation.
Thank you. First, I would like to say it's my pleasure to be able to come here tonight. KSBA is a very vital partner with our school districts, and as a board of director member and them facing the possibility of you getting your awards and no one being here to present, they turned to me as a board of director because they said, we know you travel through Lebanon just about 3 times a week going to Harrodsburg. So I'm blessed to live in Campbellsville. I am blessed to be teaching adult students right now at Campbellsville University from some of your industries in Microsoft Excel. And I'm also blessed then to have 2 children living in Harrodsburg with 7 grandchildren that attend the Mercer County schools. So we are one big family in Kentucky, and I'm glad that I can share with your honor tonight. I'd like to thank the superintendent and the Marion County Board for having us here. Certainly all of the principals, all of the staff, students, and any guests that are here tonight, because I think that this is an outstanding accomplishment that you have made, and it is an award very richly deserved. As you know, I am a school board member myself, so we at Campbellsville face the same difficulties you do, but you all have been very successful in your efforts. For at least 6 years now, Marion County has recognized the importance of managing your energy resources. During that time span, the energy management decisions that you've made has helped your district operating costs to reduce them by over $500,000, and it's closer to $600,000 now. And the good thing about this information is mapped on a monthly basis and sometimes a weekly basis. So out of 367 schools that started off on Monday, all 7 of your schools in your district are now a member with 375 total schools. So you can see that the direction that you have taken, other school districts are moving along trying to accomplish that which you have accomplished. In being a part of the Energy Star program, you have been able to use 35% less energy and generate a 35% less greenhouse gas emissions from your buildings as compared to similar buildings across the nation. And congratulations on your nickel tax, and I know that you'll be looking at construction, but it's wonderful, wonderful what you have been able to accomplish with the facilities that you currently have. As a board of director member and as being part of my school district, I personally applaud, as well as KSBA, the governor's office and the Energy Commission in Kentucky, your efforts in what you've done for your schools. You have shown outstanding stewardship of all your schools. For the new board members that will be coming on, as well as the board members that have been here previously, there's been a high bar set by this school district, and the board is to be commended for your participation in this program with your superintendent and all of the administrative staff. And we want to certainly recognize your energy manager, Scott Spalding, who has helped set this bar high. On behalf of Governor Bevins, Energy Secretary Charles Snavely, and KSBA, I do congratulate you on your achievements, and at this time I'm going to recognize the principals of each school. I would ask that you come forward, receive your energy award, and I would presume that we were going to be joined for a picture after that. All right. Scott, you want to help me out here? I'm a board member. I know how important these pictures are, and I'm going to need one forwarded to me so that KSBA can use it also. Okay, I'm going to begin with, and I will tell you, in this book, and this is something to be proud of, and each of your schools are going to get it. You are listed. Each of your schools are listed, and you are one of 16 school districts in this entire state that has been able to accomplish this benchmark as you move forward. And that is an outstanding accomplishment, and we want to make sure that your community knows how much time and effort that you have put into not only teaching our students, but also teaching our students to be good stewards of their future with the environment. And what you have done has shown that. So you're listed. Your numbers are even better than what's in the book because, as I said, they improved from the printing. But it is something that you can have, certainly, to share with your community. Okay, first I'd like to recognize Ms. Sarah Brady, who is the principal at Calvary Elementary.
I'll show everybody one here. They're all getting an Energy Star plaque, but also they get a certificate from the governor's office that recognizes their score in their school. So, there you go. You should have looked this up first.
Now I'd like to recognize Ms. Andy Akers, who is with Glasscock Elementary School. I would like to say that both of these schools are at an 89th percentile in their Energy Star scores, which is outstanding. Now, Ms. Donna Royce, if she would join me, elementary, congratulations.
Thank you.
There you go.
Lebanon Elementary has reached the 87th percentile. Now we want to talk about Lebanon Middle School. I'd like to recognize your new principal, Millie Blanford. Congratulations. And we'd like to announce that that Lebanon Middle School has a 100% rating, which is outstanding and certainly recognition well deserved. Marion County High School, like to introduce Buffy Mann. I apologize. Tom Brown. I apologize, Mr. Brown. I heard your name mentioned earlier, but they didn't update my list. I do know the score is correct. Marion County High School has an 83 percentile. Okay, St. Charles Middle School, Buffy Mann. Congratulations. Now I got it correct. 94 percentile for St. Charles. And for West Marion Elementary School, Robbie Peterson. Thank you. And we are looking at an 82 percentile for West Marion. Again, we'd like to congratulate you as the 16th school district to enter into this welcome round. And a big round of applause for these individuals that helped your energy program move forward.
Everybody say Energy Star.
Energy Star.
Real quick, I'm going to pass out to each of you all. The district ranking for the state of Kentucky was just released last week. I think you all might have somebody got it at the Winter Symposium. But they rank all 173 school districts on a common ranking of energy use intensity score. And I'm proud to say that Marion County had 173, ranked number 3 in the state of Kentucky. We were number 50 last year, and we're number 3 this year, and we're not too far off from 1 and 2. So I'll give you one of these scorecards for that.
Good job. I think good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wanted to say thank you to Mr. Spalding. This is something we've been working on for several years. At one point, we had a committee, and we actually even had an outside person that took on this project. A couple of years ago, we asked Mr. Spalding to take on some extra duties, and I appreciate his leadership on this project. And it's something that he is diligent about when we do facility walks. If there's any part of what he sees that doesn't go along with Energy Star, he works with the principal to correct that. And I thought the lady from KSBA did a great job. I'm not going to say any more than she said, but there's a lot. It means a lot for a child to go to school. And it's not just always about reading and writing. There's a lot that kids need to learn about, and I'm proud to say that Marion County's focused on our children's environment as well as what's going on in the classroom. And number 3 is not too bad. When you look at the age of our buildings, it's not too bad.
I think it's important, obviously important for children to understand that the environment is precious and we need to conserve it. But just from a fiscal perspective, we're using less energy and paying for less energy now than we have in years past. And that is a real savings that we see to our budget, to our bottom line. And that's money that we can use to do things to enrich kids' lives. That's money we can use to put back into programs. And without the work of Scott and the principals and all the folks in our maintenance department, we wouldn't be able to do that. So hats off to you guys, great job. And what you're doing is making a real difference, not just for the environment, but it's making a real difference in the lives and the educational lives of our students. So thank you very much for that.
Okay. Well, we're at the point where we've been working so hard, we need to take a break.
No, we're not gonna take a break just yet. I've got something I need to say.
Oh, okay. All
Okay.
right. I'm just following the agenda.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Okay. All
It
right.
says, what's the next item?
Celebration, well,
Celebration.
okay.
So we're gonna celebrate
I
and,
thought it was a break.
what I'd like to do at this time is ask, our board members, I would like to, recognize them for their service and, have some special guests here. Surprise. Surprise. I'm going to start out by recognizing, do you care to hand me? Mr. Evans, if you don't mind, I would like to present a bell to you for your service as a board member. And it is a brass bell, and it says, Mr. Jerry Evans, Marion County Board of Education, October 2014 to December 2016. And I just want to say thank you for your service and your commitment to children. And I know, regardless of whether you're here or not, you're always going to be committed to our youth. And I won't forget all the things you told me to make sure that we looked out for. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Cecil, you come down, please. Mr. Cecil, I'd like to recognize you for your service. And on your bell, it has Mr. Mike Cecil, Marion County Board of Education, January 2011 to December 2016. I appreciate all the work that you've done. I appreciate your leadership as chairman of the board. And
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Pinkston. We have a bell for you.
Thank you.
It says the Delane Pinkston, Marion County Board of Education, January 1981 through December 2016. We have more. Mr. Pinkston here has been on the board for 36 years. And I felt like that this was just a little bit special. And we have a plaque for you, and it is an award of excellence for your service to the Board of Education. By word and deed, your presence has enriched the lives of students and served as an example for all. Reverend Delane Pinkston, Marion County Board Member, 36 years of service, January 1981 to December 2016. celebrate everyone's service, but especially yours. Thank you for all you've done for the children of Marion County Public Schools. You've touched so many lives. You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you all.
I knew there was a break up here somewhere. Let's take about a 15-minute break, if you don't mind. You know, it's ironic, but it's kind of ironic. I got one home just sounds just like this, which I brought it with me. Okay, thank you all. I was telling Superintendent Schlosser earlier this afternoon that I remember when I first came on the board that we didn't have anybody here show up. So all the way we knew we had a meeting, the TV Channel 6 put it on there, and then we even had a board meeting. So I appreciate everybody being here, because I recognize that many of you, not most of you, are administrators and things like that, but I appreciate your support of you being here. And it makes us feel like we're doing our job, having people here to listen to us. So go ahead.
Let me say one thing. I just want to say thank you. It's I never thought in 1981 that I would be here in 2016. It just time gets away from you, and it's just another 4 year, another 4 years. So 36 years passed by. It seemed like pretty quickly, ready to go. Made a lot of interesting people, made a lot of friends, worked with a lot of interesting people, and it's just been a good run. I hope that left a little imprint on Marion County Board of Education, Marion County Schools, and I'll just say this, I'm glad. I always wanted to leave when it was a high-performing school district. In fact, that was the reason, one of the times that I ran, and I just wanted to make, I'd like to go out that way, and we are, and now we'll continue up to what we started, and I also wish the new board well. I hope you'll continue to build on what we started, and I'm sure you will, and I just see great things in the future for Marion County Public Schools, and I want to see that new high school a reality, so I hope you do that. Thank you. Okay.
I'd say something, but it's supposed to be the senior person speaks last.
I'm sorry.
I do want to say it's been a real pleasure to serve the community, and more specifically the members of the Marion County Board, the Marion County School Systems. You continue to do an excellent job. I expressed it on more than one occasion, especially some of the meager things that you have to work with. You've done an outstanding job. And just looking at the passing of the recallable nickel tax, it's going to be amazing to me what you'll be able to do going forward in the future. I want to say one thing about my worthy opponent, Mr. Cox. I don't know of anything negative that he succumbed to during the campaign, and I commend him for that. There were some less than scrupulous things done during the campaign, but Mr. Cox was not a part of that. And I want to wish him well as he comes onto the board. And he's a little younger than I am, a little larger than I am, so I'm sure he'll be able to get a lot more things done than I did. Thanks for everything you've done, and I'll still be in the community, still trying to ensure that Lebanon becomes a community in which we all want to live, want to see our children live, and want to make bigger and better things up. And one thing, Stevie said we get it right one time. I was appointed to the board my first term. I was elected unopposed my second term.
Okay. All right, moving right along, number 4E, state kindergarten readiness data, that is Miss Amy Willis.
Hello, thank you. I wanted to provide everybody with an update on one new thing that's coming up this next school year with kindergarten. We're all used to that October 1st birthday cutoff for kids going into kindergarten. For this next year, that's moving to August the 1st. So we've had that information out on our website as well as on social media, and we'll be continuing to get that information into the hands of the parents through sitting at home with our preschoolers and at the daycares and anywhere else we have prospective kindergartners coming in. And we want everybody to be aware that that is one big change that folks aren't used to. They've had that October 1st deadline in their head for so long, it's moving to August.
Okay, all right. Any comments, questions about that? If not, for health, district, and school improvement plan explanation, Mrs. Abby.
I'm actually going to ask all the principals